Hey, what's going on, guys? So on this lesson, we're going to be talking about why having a broad brand focus with subtopics is a huge key fundamental to succeeding long-term with Pinterest. Okay, in an overview, we're going to cover topic selection, subtopics, and examples of how this is done on Pinterest. All right, we want to begin our topic or our content very broadly. And the reason we start out with a broader focus is that you can then create content surrounding certain subtopics to spread your content wider on the Pinterest algorithm. What you do this for is because you want to see what is getting you the most clicks and traffic to your website. And then once you do this, you will narrow your focus over time to what is succeeding the best with Pinterest. So let's look at an example of what I mean. Let's talk about Avocado's transformation, right? So Avocado began as a healthy living website. So that's kind of our main big broad focus right there. And what we did is we started with subtopics including recipes, weight loss, yoga, workouts, and just general healthy living topics and articles. This was exactly where we started from. Over time, we transitioned into weight loss and yoga after learning what our audience was responding to the most. So what happened is we created some, let's go to the account real quick. Well, what happened here is we started creating specifically a bunch of different content when we created some yoga content. And you'll see that yoga has become a big part of what we do. And the reason why is because when we started creating these yoga articles and yoga content, people started responding. They really grabbed on. They liked our take on yoga. They liked that it was more focused on how I can sculpt my body using a calm and relaxing yoga practice. And because that, we had a huge following of people interested in yoga. And this is exactly why you want to start on the subtopics, because when we started Avocado, if you told me one day we'd be selling, an incredible yoga product and we'd work with people like Chris Moon, who has created full yoga programs for us and done all these cool things, I would be like, no way, there's no chance. I don't know enough about yoga, blah, blah, blah. But what happened is we really let our audience decide what we should be producing. And we produced all of these articles, and without a doubt, weight loss and yoga were the ones that were like a flashing neon billboard. Give us more of this content. This is the thing that we're interested in from you. And it'll be different for you in your particular niche. So let's look at another example. Sarah Titus, another very popular pinner on Pinterest. You can find her at sarahtitus.com. And her main topic is financial tips. And it used to be financial tips for moms. I think she sort of spread it out to financial tips for everyone. And she has a bunch of subtopics: home, religion, organization, DIY, quotes, and cleaning. And she's also uses her account for personal pins. Avoid being so broad that you're pinning content that is completely unrelated to your website. That is just a good side note to consider, that you should be focusing again on the content as other people want it or are interested in it. Not that other people aren't interested in you, and you could definitely post some personal pins, but these subtopics and covering this main topic is really what gets people in the door in the first place. And again, you can find her at sarahtitus.com. But again, you can see that she doesn't even mention the financial stuff anymore. It's so broad that it's creating a life you love regardless of what other people say. Nothing could be more broad, even a little bit more vague than that. But again, it's not really about what she says here. She lets her content define what she's doing. And so she has organization tips, home and decoration, cleaning, saving money, inspiring quotes. And Sarah does very, very well for herself. The last time I checked, she was making over $20,000 a month. I assume it's a lot more than that at this point. But another great pinner to model after. Again, she has a very, very broad focus, and then she has subtopics and uses niches to cover these things. Okay, let's look at one more. DIY projects. Now, DIY projects is formerly DIY Ready, and it is it's not a conglomerate. It's like a sub-business underneath a company that I follow called Digital Marketer. And there's actually one of the reasons we got into Pinterest in the first place was watching the success that these guys had. The main topic is DIY projects, and they have a bunch of subtopics, right? Recipes, knitting, holidays, home, photography, parties, printables, pets, etc. And they all fall under the idea of DIY projects. And note, they do a great job of keeping their account well branded with board covers and titles. So let's go and take a look at DIY projects. They do a great job with their account. You see their board covers here, very similar to what we're doing. It makes your board look very followable. It makes people very interested in what you have to say. And Pinterest can read these images, so it can read the keywords that you are using. But you can see they have all of these different things like jewelry, but it's jewelry that falls under the do-it-yourself category. Pets, DIY pets, hacks for your pets and things that you can create yourself. It's really all about the crafts and creation. But again, same thing, guys. They've created a huge topic, right? DIY projects and crafts is a massive topic. But then what they do is they create a bunch of other subtopics around a very, very large topic. And for those of you who have gone through our how to start a blog and these things, you'll remember me talking this, that you want to start with a big topic and then you want to create 5 subtopics and create content around those subtopics. And then what you do is you let your readers decide. You let the people who are viewing your content decide where you should head with your content, because you know what? They'll tell you with where they are clicking and where they are going. Okay, in summary, guys, think about your overall topic that you want to cover. From there, create solid sub-niches and write content about those sub-niches. Do not be too narrowly focused. The one danger that you can have here is to be too laser focused in on losing weight for 40-year-olds, and you'll miss out on a huge part of Pinterest, and that makes it awesome. And that's that you can be spread out in a bunch of different ways because it's that jQuery search engine. All right, guys, I will see you on the next lesson.